All members will take their seats. All guests, please clear the aisles. The clerk will unlock the machine and take the roll. Members will record their presence by pressing the green button. Presence. Representative O'Brien. Attendance. Representative Almeida. Record your presence, please. Clerk, lock the machine. We have 66 representatives present. There is a quorum. All rise for the invocation to be delivered by Representative Costa, who will also lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Representative Costa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Lord, as we gather today for our session, we ask that you be in our midst. Let our decisions be made for all good. Remind us to discuss the matters at hand in a reasonable and gracious way and help make our session productive in ways that will serve all of our citizens. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there any objection to the approval of the journal of the previous day? Hearing none, so ordered. The next order of business is new business. Any new business? Chairwoman Serpa with new business. Representative McEntee with new business. Representative Hull with new business. Chairman Azanaro with new business. Chairman Shikachi with new business. Representative Mello with new business. Representative Tabone with new business. Representative Morin with new business. Representative Price with new business. Representative Lancia with new business. Any other new business? Representative Costa with new business. Chairman McNamara with new business. Representative Falella with new business. Representative Diaz with new business. Representative Hearn with new business. Any further new business? There are no communications, obviously no committee reports or calendar. Announcements and introductions. Chairman Malik.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Announcement, please.
Proceed.
I'd like to adjourn today in memory of First Sergeant Patrick Andrew McKenna. First Sergeant Patrick Andrew McKenna, Jr., at age 35 of Bristol, an Army Special Force soldier for 17 years, gave the ultimate sacrifice on Friday, August 7th, 2015, in Kabul, Afghanistan, during a complex attack on coalition facility. He was the son of Peter A. and Carol A. McKenna of Bristol. First Sergeant Andrew McKenna enlisted as an infantryman right after graduation from Mount Hope High School in 1998, and within 5 years had completed the crucial qualifications to earn an assistant in the Army's 7th Special Forces Group, Green Beret. In his 70 years of service, that included tours of duty in Iraq and Afghanistan, McKenna earned numerous decorations, including a Bronze Star for Valor, among other numerous awards. He will be greatly missed in the town of Bristol and Warren. Also, Mr. Speaker, can I ask you at this time to go to new business?
Chairman Malik with new business. Yes, you can.
And can I ask you to leave this on the desk for signatures? This is to rename a road between Bristol and Warren for Sergeant Andrew McKenna.
Send it up, please, and we will leave it on the desk for signatures. Thank you, Chairman. At this time, I'm going to take the liberty of introducing some guests. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cranston Western Little League that won the Rhode Island and New England championships. All rise, please. This is the team that won the hearts of all Rhode Island, probably the nation, on how they conducted themselves. They, and if I may so proudly say, they're from my district. Myself and Representative Marcello share involvement in the Cranston Western Little League. I probably have more than 50%, but they serve the city of Cranston very, very proudly. Great group of kids. They're part of the fabric of Cranston and all of Rhode Island at this point, and they just make our community great. And what makes them great is the kids, their families, the family involvement, and wonderful coaches. Coaches Gary Bucci, Jim Demers, and Larry Lepore, who could not be here. Gary and Jim, stand up, please. I mean, you could not ask, you could not pay for better coaches than these two fine gentlemen. Gary, when my kids are now 23 and 21, Gary coached both of my kids. My son Nick was on Gary's Rhode Island State Championship team that went up to Bristol, Connecticut. And then 2 years later, which is extremely odd to have two children on a state championship team, my son Tony was on a team coached by Jim Demers that won the Rhode Island State Championship and went up to Bristol, Connecticut. And you could not find better examples to teach the kids baseball, number one, double practices. They worked hard, very hard, and that's how they won the state championship. But also life examples. They're great models. They're great friends in the community. Thank you all. Thank you both for what you've done, and Larry Lepore also in his absence, for what you've done for these children and for our community, for the state of Rhode Island. You've represented us very, very proudly. You won the hearts of the entire state, you with the team, but the team was extraordinarily well led. Up in Bristol, Connecticut, and by the way, I went up to Bristol and Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So thank you, kids, for giving me the opportunity to go to Williamsport. I otherwise would never have gotten there, probably in my lifetime. So thank you for that opportunity. In Bristol, they outscored their competition in 5 games by a total of 33 to 14 runs. It's quite a feat. And they scored those runs and they won those games with heart and determination. No team was going to beat this team there, and you could see it. When I went up there and I watched them, no team was going to beat this team on pure, number one, talent, but more importantly, determination and a lot of heart. So you guys were great, and you made us all very proud, so thank you. In Williamsport, they did remarkably well, and they beat Missouri 6-3, and then they faced some real tough competitions, but they played great games against both Texas and California. You held your own, you played with heart, you made us all proud, so thank you from all Rhode Islanders. Thank you very much, and thank you for being such a great part of Cranston and particularly my district. And if I could introduce each player individually, I've already mentioned manager Gary Bucci, coaches Jim Demers is here, and Larry Lepore. And as I call your names, please stand individually. Dylan Demers, Ryan Demers, Jared Olson, David Marchetti, Nick Mason, Khalib Harris, Jake Bender, Mike Bogosian, Tom Harper, Cameron Ademic, Jake San Antonio, Jason Padalano, and Will Nebus. Cranston Weston Little League. Once again, thank you all for making us all very proud, playing with heart, and being great members of our community. And if I also may mention Major Todd Padalano. Todd was our liaison there. Frank Montanaro and myself reached out to Todd. He was of great assistance to all the parents, and he was recently promoted to Major in the city of Cranston, the police force. So congratulations, Major. And I think the leader will have an announcement regarding where you find young men are going to go for some refreshments later. If you don't mind having a seat and just sticking with us for the rest of the session, which won't be much longer. Thank you for coming. Deputy Speaker Lima.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Announcement.
Proceed.
This Sunday, I just want you to help me wish a very happy birthday to our good friend and great representative, Representative Helio Mello. Happy birthday.
Representative Mello.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Announcement.
Proceed.
First of all, I'd like to thank Representative Lima for those well wishes, and all of you, thank you very much. Today we have the Deputy Chief of the East Providence Police Department here, who's also here celebrating his son's victory with the team of Cranston West. And at this time, I would like to introduce Major Bill Nebus from the East Providence Police Department and welcome him on behalf of the East Providence delegation to the House. Welcome.
Representative Tabone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Announcement.
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, this evening, I'd like to close in memory of Margaret Bellevue. She is the mother of one of my constituents, Margaret Bellevue Hovarth. Unfortunately, I never got to meet Miss Bellevue, but if her daughter is any indication of who she was, then she was a wonderful individual who passed away on December 30th. And so I want to wish Maggie Hovarth and George Hovarth my deepest condolences on my behalf and on behalf of our body. Thank you.
We certainly will, Representative. Chairwoman Macbeth.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Announcement.
Proceed.
The House Committee on Oversight will be meeting at the Rise in Room 101.
Deputy Speaker Lima. Leader DeSimone.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Initially, I'd just like to say that we have a refreshments in the House Lounge to congratulate the Cranston Little League. I'd like everybody to join us in celebrating your success. But, Mr. Speaker, I have a resolution honoring Chief Justice Judge Bedrosian. I'd ask that we consider it immediate consideration, and if we could have it please read and perhaps left on the desk for signatures.
Send it up. Lita D. Simone moves House Resolution honoring Rhode Island Family Court Chief Judge Hagen Bedrosian on her retirement after 35 years of distinguished and devoted service to our state and the citizens of Rhode Island. That is seconded by myself, Lita Newberry, Representative Kazarian, and Representative Corvese, all, as well as the entire House of Representatives. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution prevails. Clerk, please read and leave on the desk for signatures.
House Resolution honoring Rhode Island Family Court Judge Hagenush R. Bedrosian on her retirement after 35 years of distinguished and devoted service to our state and the citizens of Rhode Island. Whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian, the daughter of Armenian immigrants, grew up in Cranston, Rhode Island. She graduated from Cranston High School East, received a Bachelor of Arts degree from Pembroke College in 1965, prior to its merger with Brown University, and attained a law degree from Suffolk University Law School in 1971. After graduating from law school, she began her distinguished legal career serving as a Special Assistant Attorney General with the Criminal Prosecution Unit. Early in her legal career, she also worked in private practice, specializing in family law, and served as Assistant General Counsel to the Providence and Worcester Railroad Company. And whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian was a woman ahead of her time, who served as a trailblazer for many women who followed her, she forged ahead despite being told by one of her professors at Brown University Pembroke College that, quote, women don't go to law school, unquote. She was one of only 10 women in her class at Suffolk Law School. And whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian became the first woman to serve on family court bench after being nominated for the position in 1980 by Governor J. Joseph Garahy. As Associate Justice, she presided over every calendar within the jurisdiction of the Rhode Island Family Court. In 2010, she became the first woman to lead the family court after being named Chief Judge by Governor Donald L. Carcieri. And whereas under Chief Judge Bedrosian's direction, the family court broadened the mediation program in the State Department of Children, Youth, and Families, expanded the family treatment drug court, court rules and the forms used to guide the filing process were also revised during her tenure. In 2013, Chief Judge Bedrosian took the lead in hosting a 2-day conference on sex trafficking and exploitation of children in the child welfare system. This conference was attended by a distinguished group of 400 attendees from law enforcement, child welfare workers, clinicians, and investigators from across the state of Rhode Island. She's worked tirelessly throughout her distinguished legal career to protect the most vulnerable members of our society. And whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian is a member of many professional associations, including Rhode Island Bar Association, National Association of Women's Judges, and Trial Lawyers Association of America. She also founded the Rhode Island Trial Judges Association and served as its president for several years. Chief Judge Bedrosian was instrumental in creating statewide standards for guardians ad litem in the family court cases. She was also a member of numerous boards and commissions. And whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian was also an accomplished teacher, she taught 5th grade at Finberg Elementary School, the Brockton Attleboro school system, for 6 years. She was also an instructor at Roger Williams College, the University of Rhode Island, and Rhode Island College. And whereas Chief Judge Bedrosian has received numerous awards during her distinguished career, she received the Sojourner House Service Award in 2011. She was the first recipient of the Cranston East Annual Distinguished Alumni Award, the Florence K. Murray Award from the Rhode Island Bar Association, the Cranston Hall of Fame Award presented by the City of Cranston, and the Armenian Woman of the Year presented by the Armenian Masonic Degree Team. And whereas throughout her career, she's been a mentor, coach, confidant, friend, and highly valued and respected leader in her community, admired widely for her reasoning powers. She's a woman of deep faith and is devoted to her family, friends, and church. It is fitting that the translation of her first name, Hagenush, means sweet woman. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this House of Representatives of the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations hereby honors and congratulates Rhode Island Family Court Chief Judge Hagenush R. Bedrosian on her retirement after 35 years of distinguished, devoted, and exemplary service to our state and the citizens of Rhode Island. And be it further resolved that the Secretary of State being hereby is authorized and directed to transmit a duly certified copy of this resolution to the Honorable Chief Judge Hagenish R. Bedrosian.
Representative Kazarian.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Speaker. With your permission, may I say a few words about the Chief Judge?
Absolutely. Proceed.
Oh, thank you very much. Chief Judge Bedrosian has been somebody that I've always looked up to and admired, especially as an Armenian woman. She's a truly amazing person. She's a trailblazer. She's an intellectual, and she had the kindest heart. So I want to wish her the best on her retirement and just let her know that she will truly be missed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. I certainly share in those thoughts and comments. I've been practicing law since 1988, and I've had a lot of cases in front of Judge Bedrosian, and I've never, ever had an experience in front of her where I did not believe that she was looking out for the best interests of everybody and that she had wonderful judicial judgment and temperament. Judge Bedrosian, to the extent that you're watching, it's always been a pleasure practicing in front of you. You've served Rhode Island and its families and every litigant before you very, very well. You should be proud of your service. We certainly are. Congratulations on your retirement and good luck. Representative Tanzi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can we return to new business?
We can. Representative Tanzi with new business. Any other new business? Representative Ruggiero with new business. Representative Morin with new business. Any other new business? Any other new business? Is there any objection to transmitting all matters on the clerk's desk to Her Excellency the Governor, the Honorable Senate, or the Secretary of State forthwith? Hearing none, so ordered. Any further announcements or introductions? When we adjourn, I'd ask the Cranston Western Little League to stay in their seats as people leave the room and then come up to the rostrum. We're going to take a picture. So if you can wait a few minutes and then come up here to the rostrum before you go for your refreshments. Leader DeSimone moves that the House adjourn in memory of First Sergeant Patrick Andrew McKenna and Margaret Bellevue. The motion is seconded by Leader Newberry. All those in favor, please stand for a moment of silence. The House stands adjourned.